Thank you for coming back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS with Don Gatling, Gino Fronti from Skyline Home Loans. Welcome you back, and we have a great show and a great guest because you just got a little tease of the wonderful guest we have on with Cyndi Lesinski from Remax, and she has a great story. She's helping Santa Clarita find their dream home, and we're
helping them find a place called home.
There we go.
And that seems to be the theme of today because of what Cyndi's talents and skills are. Is you've just been putting people into homes your whole life. It just seems like, it's probably second nature now to just put people into homes, and I think it's something that's very rewarding. As a former realtor myself, I know that it's very rewarding. I love working with first-time home buyers, putting keys in their hand, or with an investor who's buying their first investment property and they know they're making a good decision for their financial future for their family. So it's just a very rewarding job.
It is, and that's a good percentage of the deals and the transactions that I work with, but I really find it even just as rewarding to work with the challenging situations when people are going through the hardship of a short sale, of an unfortunate situation of a divorce or something like that forces a sale of a home. And actually there was a client of mine that I had worked with that was a divorce situation, and I knew the husband from being a soccer coach, and the wife was a little hesitant to use me because I was friends with her soon-to-be ex-husband. In that situation, in the end, the wife came to me after the close of escrow saying, I was really worried about this transaction, but you treated me as fairly as anybody, and I just really appreciate it.
Yeah, and those are the things. Those are the rewarding moments, right? When you did your job right, you helped someone, and at the end, everybody got the goal they were seeking out to do. And in fact, even when they weren't trusting you quite so much in the beginning, right?
Absolutely.
Well, divorce situations can obviously be tough. I mean, that's a big thing, and being fair to both sides, meaning doing what's best for the client.
Correct.
It makes it very easy, does it not?
Yes. And it's important to be able to have that skill and that ability to be a conflict resolution type of person to help both parties. And in a divorce situation, that can be very challenging and difficult, but I have that ability and knowledge and background to be able to separate the situation and make sure that all parties feel like they are being treated fairly and their needs as far as their home goes are being met.
Well, more important than ever is ethics. We've all gone through some very difficult times. America was having a little hard time, I'm going to be blunt, with ethics for a while there. We're getting a little gluttonous with, everybody making money, everybody not caring, everybody cashing out their homes for more, not caring about ethics, just worrying about, don't worry, I'll make money somehow. And the only good thing out of this pullback, this frustration that a lot of us are going through, and we know if you may be going through a lot of hardship right now with your job, with your family and all that, the only good thing that's coming out is people are pulling back to kind of like the old ways. They're caring about ethics again. They're caring about each other again. And that was one of the pulls why Gino and I decided to start the show, is because we do care and we want you to know what's really happening out in your hometown, right here in Santa Clarita. And that's why we love working with people like Cyndi Lesinski with Remax, is she cares, and we know her. We know her, we hang out with her, we talk to her, we believe in her, and we're glad you're on our show today.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And, ethics is a very important part of real estate and just life in general. It's important that you live life every day as if it's the last day of your life. And it's, you never know if it's the last time that I'll see you again. So every day, that's how I live my life. And I treat all my clients as if, they're my last client. And you've got to give them everything that you've got so that they so that they can have a very successful transaction and that they can speak highly about you in the end. But the most important thing is a smile on their face and them saying, wow, this is the home we've been waiting for.
Yeah, and one of the things that we've been discussing over the last few days after going to this large training seminar, and we've discussed a little bit over the last couple of days as well, is balance. So difficult to balance our lives. Everybody's so busy. We're all busy with work, responsibilities, trying to survive, trying to provide for our family in a difficult environment, something that, some of us have never had to go through because the economy was so good through most of our working careers. So it's the first time a lot of us have endured pain, and one of the things that came out of the sales seminar that we went to was the larger the failure, the larger the success.
Absolutely.
So don't be afraid to fail so that you can succeed and so that you know what success can feel like. It's okay to fail. Just take a step back, restructure, and move forward with a new set of goals.
Failure is just an opportunity, and it depends on what you do with it.
I like that.
Yes, that is so. It's so important to turn that failure into something. You've got to learn from it and move on from there. And one of the things that I've been sharing with a lot of my clients, family, and friends is Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University.
Yeah, good for you.
And anytime my clients, and I get into conversations about lending and stuff, I refer them to great people like you who really handle the loan aspect, but I let them know about there's Financial Peace University and somewhere else that you can turn to make sure you live healthy in your home and that you have that balance. Yes, you have a home to live in now, but make sure you live a balanced life in there and you live within your means. I'm not one to sell somebody a home at $400,000 if they really can afford a $300,000 payment. So
you know what's really important about that, and that's something that Dawn and I always really cared about, is it's goal oriented, right? It's very important to ask people what their goals are, and the difference between working with what I'll just call a loan officer that can give you a loan off of the shelf and someone who's a mortgage planner is they care about your goals. We care about your goals. So, it's not about what you qualify for, it's what are your goals, because you may qualify for a lot more, but that may not match up with your goals. What if you want to save for your children's college education? Or what if you want to be able to save for retirement? All that needs to be taken into consideration when making a decision.
Yep, absolutely. That balance and making sure that people aren't living house poor. Nothing like being able to, okay, well, we have a great house, but we can't go on vacation. Now what? We don't have anything to do because we have no money to go out to eat or to do anything else. So it's that balance.
Well, what I like is, Cyndi Lesinski with Remax just mentioned that she cares enough to give you direction. And as do we. And I'll make sure that we have, if you go to www.dgradioshow.com. That's our website, www.dgradioshow.com. We'll give you the link to Dave Ramsey Financial Wellness.
Great.
It is incredible stuff. I mean, I know we're talking pros, people that you hear on TV that are now top of the top. They started with these basics from Dave Ramsey. So we'll make sure, if you go to our website, again, www.dgradioshow, go on, become a fan, and we'll get you the link to Dave Ramsey's Financial Wellness so that you can improve your financial wellness. Remember, that's one of our goals every single week, and it's nice that, Cyndi, you're on the same page with us.
Absolutely, and I actually plan on putting on the 12-week course starting in January. I figured I hate to wait until after the holidays because I know people often overspend on the holidays.
No.
Create a budget for your holiday shopping before you start. So this is the time to create your holiday shopping. But in January, I plan on putting on the 12-week program of Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University, and that's open to anybody and everybody too. And I would love to have both of you be involved in that project as well.
No, we'd be proud of that. Wow.
I'd love to do that. In
fact,
fact,
definitely.
Now that we've transitioned a little bit into talking about money, let's talk a little bit about poker, because Dawn told you guys before we went away that Cyndi is our poker goddess.
Yeah, when I play with her, I have no money.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but the last time I saw Dawn play Cyndi, you didn't do so well, buddy.
I was a great spectator.
He did good at giving me his money.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, that was for the Michael Hoffman Foundation for Children's Cancer. It was a great charity event that Cyndi actually made the final table out of 100 people.
And actually, we were all sponsors of that event, and it was a great event.
Yes, it was. Again, there's Cyndi stepping up again as a sponsor, helping people out, and that was really cool. You just jumped right at it in no time. So
yes.
But
well,
now we know
I'd
you
love
use
to
those
give
skills.
back, to the community and do as much as I can. So I do sponsor whenever I'm able to. Typically, I'm more involved in programs that have to do with like the homeless shelter. We have the Santa Clarita homeless shelter here. We do have an event that's coming up actually in November. It's called Humor Helps, and that's on November 27th at 6:30. Yes, it does. Humor can help a lot, and it helps us heal through any of life's trials and errors that we encounter. So we do have that event, but typically poker. That's November 27th.
We're going to step into your poker story in just a few minutes here. Let's go ahead and finish up because this is good stuff. I love the fact that you have this great event coming up called Humor Helps.
Yep.
For the
Michael Michael Loftus is an incredible comedian, very good friend of my husband and I. My husband's Mark Eddy, who's a comedian and travels internationally. And Michael Loftus and him actually were in South Africa together about 2 months ago. So we get top-notch comedians to perform at the Humor Helps. We have it about, I think it's once every 6 months that we have the event that helps provide funds to run the winter shelter. And eventually Santa Clarita will have a year-round shelter, but right now we just have the winter shelter. And it's important. People don't realize that we do have a homeless issue in Santa Clarita. As much as we're a great community and everything, we do have homeless people that do need our help. So this is one way to give back.
Oh, that's good stuff. So that's Humor Helps on November 27th, 6:30 p.m. Where's that going to be at?
It's at the Catholic Church up on Copper Hill.
Okay. Great. So we're going to be right back with Cyndi Lesinski with Remax on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show to touch on her poker skills, the story you've been waiting for of how she's using this to help you save money.
Yes.
Right when we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220.